Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Drummer828, and today I'm going to talk about a YouTuber that goes by the name of Zanta Claws. Now, Zanta Claws is an interesting individual. The way I've crossed paths with Zanta Claws is that Zanta has done some graphic design work and maybe music, I'm not sure, for Tommy C and Dead on Dave, who are two people that I've had beef with in the past. I've made videos on and clowned on them pretty bad, and they don't like me very much, and neither does Zanta. I know when I first released my video making fun of Tommy C, Zanta was one of the people that really jumped on me on Twitter and was going off about all kinds of stuff here and there. So I developed pretty early a dislike for this particular character. And the interesting thing that happens when somebody like that starts coming after you and saying stupid stuff is that there's other people in the peripheral that are paying attention to what's going on, and some of them will approach you and give you some, a little insider information on that person here and there. And I'd heard some rumors about Zanta Claws. The reason I really have a dislike, or I've had a dislike for Zanta, is that what he does for Tommy C is he'll go into Discords or, Twitter or wherever people are having conversations and stuff and talking about stuff. Zanta's the little snitch that Tommy sends in places to go observe and take notes and then report back to Tommy on what he's hearing. And in anybody that's, kind of slimy like that, I don't really like. I'm not a big fan of snitches or rats or anybody like that. I just went about my life, continued on, no problem, until, yesterday? I happened to be on Twitter, and then I get a notification, and I see that Zanta Claws has been looking at my feed and not only liked one of my tweets, but retweeted it. And what happened was that I guess he was looking through my feed, didn't realize that if he liked and retweeted something that I had retweeted, that it wouldn't just show up for the original person. It'd show up for me too. It showed up that he retweeted my retweet. And, I just sent him a message because I know I don't want him anywhere near my Twitter feed. I don't want anything to do with that guy. He's a slime ball. He's a snitch. He's just a little rat for Tommy C. I don't want him anywhere near me, and I let him know that. And we had this whole back and forth. But within that back and forth, I finally found an opportunity to confront him on the rumors that I'd heard about him. And I just straight up asked him, dude, what can you tell me about, stealing stuff? I brought up the rumor about him stealing music and stealing stuff. And he flat out denied it. Fine, he says no big deal, nothing to worry about. Fine, I'll check it out and see for myself. And I did. And I've found some really interesting things. But let's not just jump straight into the deep end. We're going to ease into it here. I'm going to start off with the light stuff, and then as we make our way through this video, it'll get a little bit deeper and a little bit harder to deny, until finally all my points have been made, and you can be the judge for yourself. Now, as someone who creates music on YouTube, I constantly have to deal with people stealing my music and trying to pass it off as their own, or trying to just yank something and put it in a video. I mean, it's happened plenty of times. I had a 1 million subscriber YouTuber do it to me. I had a channel steal one of my songs and make a video, and that video went viral. I had to confront him on that. It's a pain in the ass. It is a musical creator's worst nightmare to have someone just yank their stuff and claim it as their own. So when it comes to the subject matter, I take it very seriously. Now, what's interesting about the songs that I'm about to show you is that they're not identical. Zanta's songs, compared to the songs that they sound almost just like, they're not identical. The song structure differs. It is different. But you will hear almost the exact same drum elements and sound elements within it. And I have a theory to why that is, but just take a listen and hear for yourself how similar some of Zanta's songs are to other songs that are already out there and exist. Now, after you listen to it, I'm going to come back and I'm going to explain why and how I think that happened. Now, what's going on there? Why I think that these songs sound so similar? They're incredible. They're identical, except for the composition, as far as like how the song moves about, how the song progresses from beginning to end. That's different between these songs. But there are chunks, and the pieces that make up the song are identical. And somebody who's not familiar with music production may wonder how that's even possible. That could happen. No, it's not two people creating two different songs that just so happen to pick the same instruments and stuff like that. Like that's the chances of that happening. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. That would never happen. What I think actually happened with this is that what some music producers do, the good ones that people are actively trying to figure out, how did he do that, or how are you making that kind of music? Some music producers, what they'll do is they put out a file that has the complete song broken down by samples and beats, and every little piece of the song is there, and you're able to actually download it off the internet and then open it up in your DAW, which is a digital audio workstation, like audio editing software for music production. And so you download it and open it in one of those programs, and it gives you like a chance to see how like a professional is doing it, to see what tools they're using, what tricks they've got up their sleeve, stuff like that. It's a really helpful, a very useful teaching aid, and it's an incredibly generous thing for a music producer to put out there. And for somebody to take that and turn around, play around with it, and try to pass it off as their own work is just slimy. And I really think that's what Zanta Claws has done here. I can't prove it, but there's no other way for that kind of situation to happen unless he's just taking stuff from other people and putting it out as his own. Like it won't happen. No, it doesn't accidentally happen. But I hear you. I get what you're saying. You're like, drummer, it's still there's still an area of doubt there. It's not like he's actually gone out and just like clipped somebody's song, like just took their whole song and uploaded it on his channel as if it's his own. Come on, he did. That's why I'm making this video. So let's go through the stolen songs. Okay, and so the next one I'm going to point out, this is like an 8-bit song that he made. Anyway, he claims he made it. Now, this next one was a little difficult because the song that Zanta has on his YouTube channel, it's been taken off, at least the original one. So his version's up, but I was trying to find where he got it because I know he didn't make it. And I couldn't find the original song anywhere online. It's been taken off of Spotify. It's not on YouTube. I couldn't find it anywhere in a Google search. It's been taken off the internet. Everywhere except for one place. So I was able to get the small clip, and I'm going to just play it through the microphone really fast. I want you to see. I'm going to play the clip of the original song real quick. Take a listen. So now let's take a listen to Zanta Claws' song. I'd say that's a match. This one, the reason this is second to last is because this one's a big deal. This one is dealing with some legal issues here. What you'll actually see in the title for Zanta Claws' song, for this specific song, it starts off the copyright-free music is in the title. It's the first words that are in the title. It's copyright-free music. Then it's a song that whatever title he gave it, and I just want you to take a listen to it real quick.
breaking bones, fading lives, burning homes. Innocence will die. Thunderstorm, violent invasion, rain of blood and fire. You don't know where to hide. In the end, fatality's right.
What's so dangerous about what Zanta Claws has done here is not only has he just taken someone else's music, but that music has a copyright. And he's displaying it on his channel as his music. It's copyright free, and even provides his own download link where he's taken the song that he's stolen, put it on a Dropbox somewhere, and welcomed people to unknowingly steal the song with him. It's really messed up because any of your patrons, anybody who follows you or trusts you enough to actually like either buy your song or take the copyright-free song off of your channel because you're giving a link saying download, use it, let me know what you think. It's not your song. You didn't make that song, and there is a copyright on it, and you don't own that copyright. I mean, this song comes from like a record label in the UK, where is it? The Netherlands. What are you doing? What are you doing? Anyway, y'all have been here long enough. Let me go ahead and just get to the last one. And the reason I left this for the last video, because this is a doozy, man. This is the one that's going to get really personal for you, Zanta. I hope you're paying attention, man. And I hope whoever's close to you is paying attention too. This one, Zanta dedicated to the love of his life, or whoever he's with right now. Apparently he's got a woman in his life, and he wanted to dedicate one of his wonderful masterpieces that he's created. He wanted to dedicate it to her. Well, unfortunately, his piano rendition of Hopelessly Devoted to You, I think that's the name of the song, from Greece, he didn't do it. Okay, if you're the girl that's dating Zanta Claws, I'm sorry. He dedicated a stolen song to you. That's not really that romantic. This dude's not only like defrauding his subscribers and any patrons he has, but like he's defrauding his own girl. How he got a girlfriend is beyond me, but and look, it should be pretty obvious, you know, like that's he took that song, it's stolen, but there could be still like a little bit of doubt. I'm thinking for you. I'm thinking for you, girl, whoever's dating Zanta. I know you want to just there's all kind of deniability right now. Like it's a cover. You know, one guy played the song, another guy played the song. You know, it could be. It could just be that. It's not like it's exactly the same note for note, second for second. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play both of them at the same time. I'm going to offset one just a little bit so that what you're going to hear is an echo sound. Now, as long as both tracks are exactly the same, it should just be this constant echo, nothing strange. If they diverge, if the two songs go different anyway, that echo should get lost. It should all of a sudden sound like two separate things going, making noise, not doing the same thing. Let's listen to see if we hear a perfect echo. Well, that's about everything I've got. And it's not to say that that's everything there is. When I was making this video, when I was gathering all this evidence together, I gave up at a certain point because I just got so much stuff. So it was just like whichever one I was randomly picking, I was finding out like some really interesting information that's attached to these songs. The dude's got too many videos. I originally intended to go through every single one. At a certain point, I realized I had so much evidence it was going to take me forever just to make a video, and nobody wants to sit through an hour-long video. But anyway, hey, listen, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Zanta Claws could be like this underground, like amazing producer that people all over the world that are small artists that no one's ever heard of, they find Zanta and he makes an amazing song and gives it to them and they copyright it, but then they still let him use it and he can give it away and let people download it for free, and then it somehow all just works out like that with all these different unrelated people. You know, it could either be that or, you know, he just stole the shit. Occam's razor, what do you think it is? You know, and if I'm wrong, hey, I'll admit it. Zanta, please, you know, point me, tell me I'm wrong, man. Like, I don't want to believe that somebody is this stupid. I don't want to believe that anybody is this low to try to create a career out of stolen material like this. I would love to be wrong, man. Prove me wrong. If there's some way to dig yourself out of this hole, just make a video and respond to me. And if I'm wrong, like, I've been a smartass this whole time, and I'm taking that off now. I'm not being a smartass. If I'm wrong, like, I will admit it. I would love to know, though, like, how all this happened, if it's not the way that I'm theorizing based on the evidence that I've found. I mean, fill us in, Zanta. We all want to know now, dude. So I just finished editing the video, and one of the things that I think are probably going to come up in dealing with this is going to be people or Zanta claiming, oh, I'm just sampling. No. Listen, I sample. Go listen to my music. I sample. And when I sample stuff, it doesn't sound like another song. It doesn't sound like anybody else's song. If it's a remix, okay, that's one thing. But if I'm putting something out and claiming that it's my song, even if there's a sample in there, you're not going to be able to hear another song and confuse it with mine. That's the important part of sampling. You make it your own. And one of my theories was that, you know, he downloaded some kind of a package, a sound pack, something that just has a bunch of pre-made stuff, and he's basically just throwing them all together. So that fits for some of the things. It doesn't fit for some of the other ones. Some of them are so close, it's got to be an entire set that somebody made that he's playing around with. And then some of them are just simply, yeah, it sounds like he downloaded like a sample pack and he's just cheaply throwing random samples in that he didn't make. He didn't even bother to try to like spice them up or make them sound any different. He just took it exactly as it was and just shoved it in his own song. Look, and that's not accounting for the ones that I just proved that, I mean, he just wholly took songs and claimed them. So, I mean, yeah, this dude's doing some crazy, shady stuff here. He's scheming, he's scamming. I'll tell you what he's not doing. He's not creating music. But anyway, as you see, it's morning time. I am tired. I should not have dedicated this much time to Zanta Claws of all people. He's not worthy. But this kind of just cheap shit needs to be exposed. So now you know. I've given you all the same evidence I've looked at. I'll let you make up your mind. I'm not making any final judgment calls. You decide. What do you think about all this? Let me know. Hey, this is Drummer828. Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It really helps the video survive on YouTube. Also, subscribe to keep up with the channel, and turn on the notification bell to instantly find out about new videos. I make music, motovlogs, comedy, live streams, and anything else I feel like doing.
5
Now, before I go, I want to take a minute to welcome the new subscribers to the channel. And last but definitely not least, I'd like to give a special shout out to the YouTuber Reemsy, who supports this channel every month through Patreon. Thank you, Reemsy. It really means a lot, man.